Pokémon Winds and Pokémon Waves is very likely going to have something to do with weather. I think we can all agree on that. There's the whole focus on the clouds, there's the names of the games, and there's also the weird names for the weird Pikachu couple. Winds, waves, weather. Even the region's name is very likely starting with a W, I bet on that. And so hey, I'm not so a stranger, welcome back to the channel, and because of that, I think a cool feature from the past is making a return. Let's get into it. As we've discussed recently, spawns in the overworld are great, but they also became a bit boring in Gen 9. Don't get me wrong, they actually did a good job with the Pokemon interactions with other Pokemon or with the world around them in Scarlet and Violet. Like for example, Zorua disguising as other Pokemon but behaving like a scaredy Zorua anyway, or, and that is more connected to this video, Jigglypuff being blown away with the wind or even Bonsly running from the rain. But that was it. The weather simply influenced the behavior of some Pokemon, but not to an extent that actually affected gameplay, at least not by much. In Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves, I believe that this will not be the case and we will return to an amazing mechanic from Gen 8, which I know I just referred to as the past as if it was a long time ago that we had Sword and Shield, but that game came out almost 7 years ago and we are all getting old. But going back to that mechanic that I think is coming back, well, I meant weather spawns. While Pokemon Legends ZA, part of Gen 9, had a few weather spawns like Riolo and Helioptile in Indian Sun, or Gumi and Sliggoo spawning and Skarmory not spawning in the rain, and even Legends Arceus had Ponyta and the Alpha Rapidash in the Obsidian Fieldlands avoiding fog, rain and thunderstorms, or Lucario spawning during blizzards in the Alabaster Icelands, it was before that this mechanic was truly implemented and really explored. In Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, there was a long list of spawns that were exclusive to weather in the wild area, and that made the whole place feel alive, despite it also being pretty soulless, of course. But the same happened in both the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, both places that had quite a lot more soul put into them. I know that day skipping became the norm when trying to get the weather or the raid that you wanted, and there will always be some kind of exploit to make things easier or faster. But the truth is, all of those changes happening in the map constantly, the fact that the weather was changing constantly, the Pokemon were changing with the weather, made everything feel not as static as it otherwise would. And also it kinda makes sense even if in a Pokemon world extreme way. If in the real world there's a lot of rain happening, you start seeing slugs or snails, but if there's like a lot of sun, they're nowhere to be found. And I think that in Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves, this will also be the case. The role of weather in Gen 10 will likely be more than just one. It will be visual, as in it will change what you're seeing on your screen through visual elements like rain, wind and all that. But it's very possible that it also affects the obstacles you face. It has happened before. You need to find the Go Goggles in order to get past the Sandstorm in Route 111 in Hoenn, and while you can go through the thick fog in Route 210 in Sinnoh, it is a lot more challenging than just using the fog. Because the website tells us that forces of nature will block our path at times, I'm pretty sure more of this is coming our way. The weather will affect the gameplay, and with that, the Pokemon we find. With us being like researchers, I think we're gonna be exploring the variety of ecosystems in the new region and how the different weather patterns can affect them. Many people want to see the whole region alive like we had in New Pokemon Snap, and while that would be a dream come true, I don't think it's very possible. That game was a game on wheels, it was very limited, our exploration was very limited. But having the Pokemon not only react to the weather like in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, but also be either exclusive or better yet more common in certain weathers like in Sword and Shield, would 100% make the world feel more alive and make Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves much more interesting. But what about you? Do you think we'll see Pokemon tied to the weather, and would you like that? Let me know in the comments down below. And now, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. But before I go, I want to thank my YouTube members Good Old Deo, Dash Plays, and Attila Santo, and my Twitch subscribers and newbies here, the Dr. Joe, Teixeira23, Lazarix, and Odd Cypher for going that extra mile. Thank you so much for all of your support.